Hello and welcome to the Noble Leaders Cup. I'm Kjotleik. This is the first qualifying round. The game is between Kamehameha and Xerxes. Kamehameha is expansive and protective, and Polynesia starts with fishing and agriculture. Xerxes is industrious and imperialistic, and Persia starts with agriculture and hunting. This is the starting position of Kamehameha. Let's get the resource bubbles on. We see it's riverside, there are gems here, some fish over here, and some horses down here. Starts in the middle of the starting continent, which stretches all the way from the west here, almost to the eastern part. And on up here in the northeast is the starting position of Xerxes. Next to 1, 2, 3, 4 resources of marble, 1 fish, there is oil for later, some coal for later as well, and yeah, it's up in the cold, but a lot of marble at least. So let's start the game and see what happens. Let's get the resource bubbles off again, and here we go. The first qualifying round, game between Kamehameha and Xerxes. 1 city each when they start. Let's see who can get to the second city. First, Xerxes is first to a religion, Hinduism, and also to 2 cities. 2-1 in city count. Kamehameha got his second city there. And we see 3-2 in city count for Xerxes. Xerxes is also pleased with Kamehameha. 85 turns, 90 turns. 5 cities to 3 now favoring Xerxes, but now they are in the same religion as well as Kamehameha has adopted Hinduism, which means that Xerxes is pleased towards Kamehameha. 7 cities to 5 now, and we see Kamehameha is building cities towards Xerxes and now has a lot of land to backfill. It depends whether Xerxes can go behind that one or not to build cities of his own. If not, it looks like Kamehameha may be getting more cities here. 8 cities each now though. 8 cities each at the moment. And we have the war, of course. We see suddenly there is a war. I didn't see that start, but we have the war. Same religion, still in war. Turn 179 now. 8 cities each for them. And Kamehameha, 0.8 the strength of Xerxes, which means that 0.7 now. Xerxes is stronger than. But he hasn't been able to take more cities off of Kamehameha yet. 8 cities each is still the count. Turn 194. It looks like Kamehameha is steady, slightly weaker than Xerxes, but now he is up to 0.9. Now they are equal, which means that Xerxes may be losing some units now. Kamehameha down to 0.9 again, up to 1 point again. Both of them are going for machinery. Doesn't seem like there are a lot of cities changing hands though. And Xerxes is first to machinery, with going engineering next, and Kamehameha is 2 turns away from machinery himself. Getting it there, going engineering now. Kamehameha settled another city up on that island, so 9 cities to Kamehameha, 8 cities for Xerxes. So there is a slight advantage then for the Polynesian leader. Both of them are going towards engineering. Xerxes got that first, and we have the peace treaty signed as Xerxes starting the Code of Laws research. Kamehameha 9 cities, Xerxes 8 cities. Xerxes is pleased towards Kamehameha. They are both in the same religion still. Sorry for the cough. Kamehameha now on to civil service. Let's see what Xerxes is next doing. Also civil service. 10 cities Kamehameha now versus Xerxes is 8, and we have the next war on our hands as well. Both of them are going for civil service. 10 to 8 is the city count favoring Kamehameha. This is a very tense game. I cannot tell you who is going to win it yet. This is interesting. 11 cities to 8 now as Kamehameha has expanded even more by settling another one. So he has the advantage in city count, and now 1.1 times the strength of Xerxes as well, getting his feudalism up in a turn. Xerxes going for guilds, 11 cities to 8 still, going drama next then Kamehameha. 11 cities to 8, 1.2 times the strength of Xerxes now, so he's stronger as well, 1.3 times. And when the peace treaty is signed, it's Xerxes on 8 cities, Kamehameha on 11 cities, and Kamehameha 1.3 times the strength of Xerxes. Xerxes going banking, Kamehameha going guilds. Both of them in the same religion. Xerxes is still pleased. Now Xerxes goes compass. maybe into optics astronomy, at least into optics. 9 cities now, Xerxes, and we have the next war. It has been declared. 12 cities to 9 is the count. Kamehameha. Xerxes going gunpowder. Xerxes is going gunpowder. Is he going to come back in this game now? Kamehameha getting his compass, going optics next, and straight on to astronomy though. 12 cities versus 9, and he's a little bit more in score. Xerxes trying to go education now. 13 to 8 is the city count. Kamehameha 1.6 times the strength, 1.7, and we have a peace treaty with 13 cities Kamehameha, 8 cities Xerxes. This is very good looking for Kamehameha. With 14 cities now to Xerxes' 8, this is getting a big gap in number of cities. Xerxes really needs to get onto this, to get into the new world and settle some more cities. He's trying to go liberalism. Kamehameha is on philosophy. 14 to 8 is the city count. If Xerxes can his first liberalism, did he astronomy? I don't know. He's going economics anyway. 14 to 8 is the city count, and there it is. Xerxes, he settles in the new world in the east up to 9 cities. Can he get a few more out quickly now to even out the numbers of cities? It's up to 10 cities now. We see he's settling in the east. This could be Xerxes saving the game. He's still a lot weaker than Kamehameha though, but he's up to 11 cities now, so he's building his empire. 12 cities now. He is almost ready to equalize, but there is the next declaration of war. Xerxes is going replaceable parts. Kamehameha is going liberalism. One turn away from replaceable parts for Xerxes, going towards rifling next. That is what he should do. Yes, 15 cities to 12 is the count. And Kamehameha, you are in the process of maybe not being as big of a favorite any longer. 15 cities to 12 is the count. Kamehameha going chemistry, but he is twice as strong as Xerxes, and more than twice as strong as Xerxes, down to 11 cities now. Kamehameha with 16 to 11, he took one, but now Xerxes is getting himself rifling, which should help a little bit. Going to Constitution next, and Xerxes Kamehameha on military science, military science, and next is music. 16 to 11 is the city count. Kamehameha seems to be having a good grip of this game still. 1.8 times the strength of Xerxes. 16 to 11 in the city count, going for military tradition. He still has a very good chance at winning this, but Xerxes is doing the very best he can to stop Kamehameha from running him over. 16 to 11 is the city count. Kamehameha going printing press, 1.5 times the strength of Xerxes, getting printing press now, going military, going scientific method, 16 to 11, still no peace treaty. 1.4, there is the peace treaty signed. Kamehameha 1.4 times the strength of Xerxes. 16 to 11 is the city count. Xerxes has to start building more settlers, and Kamehameha is also settled down in the south. In the west we see there for 17 cities to 11. He's going communism. Xerxes going towards corporations. 17 to 11 is the city count. Does Xerxes have settlers ready to settle the land where he is already having a presence? 18 to 11 is the city count. And we hear something happening. Kamehameha is going physics though. Going physics, and we have privateers that are doing stuff. 18 cities to 12 now then, as Xerxes gets another city as well. But 18 to 13, now his settlers is building, but we see Kamehameha with a city all the way in the east on that continent, trying to take that as well. 20 cities now for Kamehameha, getting to 20 to 13, and going rifling, one turning rifling for Kamehameha. Xerxes is getting his military science and going on to divine right. Kamehameha is on democracy. Taj Mahal was built there, and that is Kamehameha, I guess. Then 21 cities to 14. Still no new war, but Kamehameha still has the advantage in this game, going steel now in 2 turns, which means cannons. 22 cities now, and his golden age has ended. And we have privateers that are attacking stuff. 23 cities Kamehameha now, 23 to 14, that is a very good advantage to have. and it could mean that Xerxes now is in problems. He has trouble with his 14 cities. And Kamehameha 1.3 times the strength of Xerxes now, also going towards combustion. Xerxes getting democracy. We are at turn 417, 22 cities, 215 is the count at the moment then. Xerxes, you have to expand and you have to take over the lands down in the south east there, but instead it's Kamehameha that settles that piece of land. At least the southern coast there, up to 24 cities now. Getting assembly line as well, 24 cities to 15. Xerxes getting his scientific method, while Kamehameha is in fascism. 25 to 16 is the count. Kamehameha 1.4 times the strength. Turn 429. 26 cities to 16. That is a very good advantage. Still in a very strong position here, Kamehameha. It is a winning position in my opinion, so we should go on to take the game, but you never know what they are going to do towards the end. But industrialism, that is an important tech, 26 cities to 18, and he's growing even stronger. Maybe he's looking for another fight, and Xerxes is just getting onto steel, while Kamehameha already has industrialism now, 27 cities to 18. If the war breaks out now, I think Xerxes is in big trouble. Kamehameha 27, 28 cities. He is settling also down in the Antarctic here, 28 to 20 is the city count, with Xerxes going steam power, Kamehameha going plastics. Turn 450. So turn 452, we are less than 50 turns away from overtime. 29 cities, 30 cities to 21. And as they continue to build settlers and settle new lands, the difference is going to be less in percentages. 31 to 22 is the city count now. Kamehameha is getting medicine. Xerxes is getting his railroads in 10 turns. But he is a little bit slower when it comes to tech. Kamehameha is zone refrigeration. Turn 463. 31 cities to 22. And even though Xerxes is really annoyed with Kamehameha, I am not so sure that he is going to attack because he's a lot weaker. So the question then is, will Kamehameha try to win the game by attacking and winning a military victory, or will he just try to take into space? That is the possibility as well, with 33 cities versus Xerxes' 22, and with being 1.7 times as strong as Xerxes, Kamehameha really has his pick. He can choose how he likes to go for it. Getting radio next. 34 cities now for Kamehameha. 34 to 22, that's a 12 city difference. And that is a winning difference in my book. 22 cities for Xerxes and 4 turns away from physics, while Kamehameha gets radio this turn. Turn 479 now. Going for satellites next. 34 cities to 22, we are at turn 481. If this had been a league game, I would have said that it is highly likely at this point in time that it's going to end in a draw. So that means I think this is going to go into overtime. Turn 484 now, 485. And going for lasers, Kamehameha. Artillery for Xerxes though. Kamehameha 1.6 times the strength, and he cannot be taken down militarily now. I think Xerxes doesn't have a chance to do that. He would need a great, fast and strong military build-up in order to even have a chance militarily against Kamehameha, Xerxes. And he's behind in tech as well. He's going rocketry now. Kamehameha is getting composites. With 35 cities now for Kamehameha to Xerxes' 22. And it looks like this is going to be a space race victory for Kamehameha, unless we get some cultural stuff happening. It is so late, turn 495, that a cultural victory is not out of the question either, if any of the two leaders have been even trying for that. Now is the time to pull the trigger and go the full slider, but nobody seems to be willing to do that. They are still taking towards technologies. Fission next for Kamehameha then. 35 cities to 22, going for fission. Xerxes is getting his rocketry. Kamehameha still steady, 1.7 times the strength of Xerxes. And Xerxes now on assembly line. That is a tech Kamehameha has been having for a long time now. 35 to 22 cities and going fiber optics next Kamehameha. Turn 504, we are in overtime already. If I didn't mention it before, I haven't mentioned it before, but now I did. Turn 506, 35 cities to 22. Kamehameha seems to be steady on the course towards a space race victory, getting his fiber optics here now. And Xerxes cannot stop that if Kamehameha. He has completed the spaceship casing already, as we can see, going for fusion tech next. Turn 509. How far into overtime will he need to take this game then? 3 turns away from fusion. Xerxes is going electricity. That is a tech that is very old when it comes to Kamehameha. He has been having that for a very long time. Turn 513 now. Getting his fusion. Kamehameha completes another casing, as you can see on the screen as well. And then the spaceship casing in Yaren was destroyed by enemy infiltrators, so Xerxes is trying his best, using his spies to destroying the spaceship parts of Kamehameha. That is his only chance actually to not lose this game now. Superconductors. That means that Xerxes, he needs to destroy the spaceship parts of Kamehameha. So he needs a lot of spy points, but he also needs a lot of cultural points if he wants to win, for instance, a cultural victory, because I think that Xerxes will stand no chance if this goes on to a military conflict. He is weaker than Kamehameha and he has a lot fewer cities. So Xerxes' possibility, and Persepolis has reached legendary. Persepolis has reached legendary, and that is a Persian city. It looks like Xerxes may be trying to win this by culture. Kamehameha has completed the docking bay. Xerxes is sending his spies to take out the spaceship parts of Kamehameha. Will he be able to do that quickly enough? And will he be able to put the pressure on for long enough that Kamehameha can't launch the spaceship? He has completed an engine though, Kamehameha here. So this is Kamehameha going for the spaceship victory. 2 turning computers now. Xerxes, surely he has 1 legendary city already. But how far away are the other 2 closest legendary cities for Xerxes? I don't know. That is the question. As long as Xerxes... But Kamehameha has completed an engine again. But will Xerxes be able to sabotage some of these? I have no idea. That is what he needs to do if he wants to win culture though. He needs to delay Kamehameha's launch of the spaceship. And we see a spaceship casing in Numia was destroyed by enemy infiltrators. So we see that Xerxes is using... Xerxes has completed the Apollo program as well. And he is using his spies. And Kamehameha has completed the cockpit. I don't think that is the first time he has completed the cockpit. I think Xerxes may have sabotaged it before. Kamehameha with another spaceship part, a thruster this time, and a life support. And Xerxes cannot keep it up. A cockpit was destroyed by enemy infiltrators, so Xerxes has successfully destroyed the spaceship cockpit for Kamehameha now. And he's delaying. A stasis chamber was destroyed by enemy infiltrators in Yaren. It looks to me like Xerxes could be successful in ruining Kamehameha's spaceship victory here. This is so tense. This is so interesting. We are almost 50 turns into overtime already. Turn 5:44. There is global spy has been thwarted, okay, and there is some global warming that is striking, and we have a war declaration. Was Kamehameha tired of Xerxes' spies? It looks like it, because I very much doubt that Xerxes is the one attacking. I think Kamehameha must be the one that is attacking here. 35 to 22 cities. Does Xerxes have enough to hold on to his cities in his starting area to win a cultural victory here? That is the question. And will he have enough spies to ruin Kamehameha's spaceship attempt? I actually don't know if Kamehameha has been able to build up enough parts that he had been able to launch. I haven't seen any launches. but sometimes the AIs can launch the spaceship and then go to war. I think that's a possibility that some are doing that. If that has happened here, we should see Kamehameha winning space in just a few turns here. But if that has not happened yet, if he has not been able to launch, and we see here, I'm trying to read on the screen, but they go past so fast that I can't really see everything that is happening. But there are some warring going on. No cities have been changing hands though. Xerxes is going for satellites. And forces are under attack and stuff. And there are some military victories also for Kamehameha, as we see. And we see great generals are being born. I haven't seen any more legendary cities, but it's only 6 messages at one time, so I could have missed it, and I haven't seen a launch of a spaceship either, but while they are at war, there are so many war messages that it's very easy to miss a launch of a spaceship while we are doing this, which means that I am in the dark as much as you, so let's see what happens though. 35 to 22 is the city count still. Future tech is what Kamehameha is trying to do. I haven't seen a launch. We are at turn 559, long into overtime, 60 turns into overtime at the moment. It was a good game for both of them, and Xerxes sent his spies to ruin the spaceship parts of Kamehameha, and that was what he needed to do, but now he needs to defend himself and he is not able to do that. Kamehameha is up to 2.7 times the strength of Xerxes, which means that I think that Xerxes is about to fall, and this could very well be a domination win for Kamehameha now, unless he is close to launching his spaceship, or if he has launched it already, because it's impossible to say. There are so many messages, more than 6 per turn, and since it's only a maximum of 6 on the screen at any one time, at any one turn, that means that there are so easy, it's so easy to miss messages. Turn 565 now, with 35 cities to 22, which has been that way for a very long time, even though they have been fighting a lot. And there was a spaceship part that was destroyed again. I think that was Xerxes successfully using his spies to take out one of the spaceship parts of Kamehameha, which means that he has delayed the spaceship launch even further. We are at turn 569. I'm trying to read the messages that are in the chat, and there is a cockpit that was completed, but I failed to read if it was Kamehameha or Xerxes that built it. We know that Xerxes also has the Apollo program at the moment, and Jet Fighter was failed to destroy a farm, Jet Fighter, battleship, and destroyer and stuff, battleship, destroyer, airship. 37 cities to 20, Xerxes is down to 20 cities. I'm almost missing every time we lose a city. And there is a launch of the spaceship! Kamehameha has launched the spaceship! I saw that on the screen! It has 8 turns to victory here! Look at that! Kamehameha has successfully launched the spaceship, and this is going to be a victory for Kamehameha. He's going to beat Xerxes. He's going to go into the second qualifying round in 5 turns. 5 turns to victory. It actually says that on the screen. Even though there is no time limit on this game, once the home leader launches the spaceship, apparently that means that the turn timer to victory gets on the screen. 2 turns left now for Kamehameha, unless Xerxes can take the Polynesian capital. That is something he cannot do because he's losing cities, not winning them. Down to 18 and 1 turn left. Turn 581, and there is the confirmation. Kamehameha has won a space race victory in overtime. Turn 582, 2162 AD, going through to the second qualifying round. first war of the game was started by Xerxes in 1050 AD. That was a standoff. Kamehameha declared the next 4. The first of his was also a standoff, and then he won the next 3, 1-0, 1-0, and 4-0 in city captures. However, he did win a space race victory 2162, turn 582. Let's go take a look at the graphs and the stats and stuff. Kamehameha is here in the orange, light orange, and Xerxes of Persia in the light blue. This is the score, this is the GNP, manufacturing, food, power, culture, and the espionage. Demographics, we see Kamehameha's numbers here, 103 million in population at the conclusion of the game. That's a good number. And we see also 4 digits for both the gold, the production, and the food, which is good. Let's go to the top 6 cities and wonders and check that one then. Let's go to the bottom and see that there are 3 BC wonders. Let's go back to the top. And we see Xerxes holds the number 1 city, Kamehameha has the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th, so it's only Persepolis that is the number 1 city, the only Xerxes cities in the top 6 cities. Let's go to the stats then. Here we see Kamehameha with 34 cities built, 3 regions, 3 golden ages, currently on 65 windmills, 50 workshops, 39 towns. In his cities he did build 35 granaries and fisheries, 34 barracks, 14 public transportations. Let's go page down and see 1 hermitage at the bottom there. Let's go page down again to the 3rd page and a full 3rd page with Mount Rushmore. Let's go page down again and see the Statue of Liberty as the last building built by Kamehameha in his cities. Current units then: 76 mechanized infantry, 57 modern armors, 48 gunships, down to 1 tactical nuke. He did train a total of 65 modern armors, 63 workers, 51 gunships, 46 marines, down to 12 catapults. Let's go page down and see a full page here with 5 Jewish missionaries down there. Let's go page down again and see the completion of the list with 1 great spy. The kills then: 47 caravels, 36 cavalries, 34 infantries, down to 4 settlers. Let's go page down and see 1 fighter at the end of the list. The losses were 25 gunships, 24 knights, 21 destroyers, down to 3 triremes, and page down to see 1 worker at the bottom of the list. So let's go to the statistics of Xerxes. 23 cities built, 4 legions, 2 golden ages, currently on 33 windmills, 19 workshops and towns. He did build in his cities 24 granaries, 22 lighthouses, 22 barracks, down to 8 castles. Let's go page down. 1 Angkor Wat at the bottom there, page down again, National Epic at the bottom there, page down again. And the pyramids is the last on the list. Let's go to the top and look at current units down for Xerxes. 46 infantry, 15 workers, 12 artillery, down to 1 spy. He did train in his city 67 caravels, 55 workboats, 54 cavalries and riflemen. 12 cannons is down there, page down. And we see a next full page with 1 guided missile, and we go page down again and see 1 gunship at the bottom of the list of units trained. Let's confirm the kills. 25 gunships, 24 knights, 21 destroyers, 3 archers. Let's go page down and confirm 1 worker at the bottom of that list. And the losses for Xerxes: 47 caravels, 36 cavalries, 34 infantry, down to 4 machine guns, page down, and we see 1 fighter at the bottom. Congratulations with the space race victory, Kamehameha. Let's go take a look at the victory conditions screen. Here we see the numbers. With Kamehameha, 60.82% of the land area, not enough for domination. Far away from culture as well. Here are a complete list of spaceship parts. I did, however, because I thought I saw Xerxes sabotaging the spaceship parts so much, so I decided to count how many spaceship parts Kamehameha actually completed in the game. And for the spaceship cockpits, we see there is 1 here, but Kamehameha, he completed 5 cockpits, so 4 of them were sabotaged by Xerxes. Life supports, Kamehameha completed 3. Stasis chambers, he completed 3. Docking bays, he completed 2. Engines, he completed 3 of them, I think. Yes, 3. And for casings and thrusters, he completed 9 casings and 5 thrusters. So there were some spaceship parts that Xerxes managed to actually sabotage, which was really interesting to pay attention to. Now let's take a look at the cities. Kamehameha with 39 of them. Let's go to the list, sort by population, and make sure we are at the top. Here we are. Lautoka and Koror on pop 25, Hilo 23, Punayua and Hangaroa on 21, and they are very happy, very healthy, good food, 53, 52, that's really good, 48, 49, 51, yeah, good food all the way around. When it comes to commerce, 110 in Honolulu, that stands out, but apart from that, 88 in here by Riki, 71, and a lot in the 60s. And 70s here we see that's good when you add them all up, and production is also good. Building a lot of units though, bomb shelter, dry dock, grocery is the exception. And we see Numa, pop 14 is the last city on page 1. Let's go to page 2 then, or to the bottom. 14 Numa, and Kaneohe is the first city on page 2, and you can pause the video if you want to look at those numbers. I am going to go take a look at the cities of Xerxes. He has 18 of them. Let's hope we can keep those when we do this. Okay, and let's immediately click here. Sort by population, and we see Istakar 13 pop, Suak 12 pop, Darius Kabir 11 pop. They are, some of them are unhappy, a lot of them are unhealthy and lowish base food. A little bit lower base commerce as well, building a lot of units, of course, building a docking bay already in 18 turns in Dakianus. That's it, I guess, for this game. Congratulations with the space race victory, Kamehameha. Even though Xerxes did his very best to sabotage it, he couldn't keep up the sabotage once Kamehameha attacked, because then Xerxes had to focus more on building military units to defend himself, and then he lost a space race victory. Tomorrow there is another game between Kastrioti and Svase in the Cup. That is tomorrow. I hope to see you back then. I am Kjotleik. This has been the Noble Leaders Cup. Goodbye for today.